Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, May 19th, 2025 at 4:34 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning hard. So, excuse me. Well, you know what? Um, excuse me. I think it was the temperature. But me sitting on this bench, I think it was the temperature that allowed me to get to fall asleep and have any sleep. And I'm cold. That's why I'm hold up. You know, so it's like in the mid 70s or something. I started to feel a little bit cold. Um so thank God that excuse me, I'm glad that I could I'm so tired, y'all. Excuse me. So I see a drone over on that side over there, across from me. Um, it looks approximately like there might be a half moon, but I see a tinier drone kind of almost directly above me. But it's I see quite. They have clouds near me, and I don't know if they're clouds or chemtrails. They look like regular clouds over my head. But excuse me. So I'm glad those couple of men had left and got away. Um, so I was tired, you know. Um, so thankfully, not many people. Well, I'm gonna say like since being like at this spot, excuse me, for the past few hours, um, aside from those couple of men that were over there, but then they left shortly, I was like, thank God. Um, excuse me. But thankfully, they got up and left. I mean, they left. So after they left, I had no problems, no issues, nobody to bother me, you know. So, excuse me. I don't know what time I fell asleep, but it was probably after 12:30 that I fell asleep. And I'm glad nobody bothered me. Nobody startled me out of my sleep. Nobody did anything crazy to me. And I woke up. I guess it was after 3:45 this morning, probably almost 4 o'clock. I don't remember exactly what time it could have been. I think I remember it was 3:58 in a.m. in the morning, but I don't remember. But um, so I I had so I was trying to talk to y'all in the live stream to tell y'all how my day went yesterday and like the night before and all that. But fake Darnisha kept illegally distracting me, you know, and also the perps in person, those female sodomites in person, you know, um, because they weren't there and then they were planted there and showed up after I started my live stream. And the one that was purple with the red bike was the main one that kept riding close by me, and they kept screaming and acting childish and stupid and everything. Distracting my video and just making noise near me with noise harassment on purpose, you know. And then when I said something, you know, I was like, shut up or something I said. And excuse me, they're like, oh, they were gossiping amongst each other, and they're like, oh, she said shut up or whatever. And so then that's when the one that was purple with the red bike, she started trying to hit me with her bike on purpose. I mean, y'all who were watching the live stream, y'all saw that. And at one point, the first time she tried to hit me with the bike, I was in the middle of screenshotting fake Donisha's number harassment, and then the phone had froze on me for a bit, and then she did it like I think 2 more times. I'm like, are you really trying to hit me with your bike? So the fake security guard, when I told her, I tried to tell her, well, hey, they were harassing me, and one of them, tried to hit me with her bike on purpose. And she was like, no, they weren't. Don't do that. And, I mean, it was after she told them to leave, or that she told them they couldn't have those kinds of bikes over in that area, And then she's like, oh, don't do that. She was like, no, they weren't trying to hit you with their bikes. Don't do that. And so I'm like, when I said, oh, this fake security, I was live streaming telling y'all, excuse me, this fake security guard, sided with them and she didn't believe me. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but she got mad and tried to abuse what she thought was her fake power and threatened to ban me or kick me away from the area. And me and her kind of had a little argument, and she was perping with a red phone or a red phone case, and had her phone aimed directly at me while it looked like she was talking on the phone, and I think she was filming and recording me as well. But there's video evidence of the perps trying to hit me with whatever kind of strange fake bikes that they had, So that was the worst part of my day. I went to get me last night after I got, financial help. I went to get me I ordered on Uber Eats and got me a buy one get one free burger. I didn't want to eat unhealthy because I didn't get to eat really healthy like that yesterday, And for the past week or so, I had fast Illuminati fake fast food about 5 or 6 times within the past probably 5, 6, 7 days, and it's I wish I could get to eat better or eat healthier, but I can't, because of my me being low on finances and dealing with being my homeless situation. But I mostly try to strive to stay I try to strive to stay away from fast food. So earlier this past week, I didn't get a donation until super late at night, and I was in the hotel, and it was one of the cheaper things to get was Taco Bell, and I felt bad after eating it. I felt ashamed after eating it, And then the next night I had Wingstop. And then the next day or was it the next night or next evening or whatever, I had that situation with when I had eat. No, let's see. Wait. Hold on. I don't know if I had Wingstop first and then Taco Bell and then Jersey Mike's, or was it Taco Bell first then Wingstop? And they perked me with each and all three of those orders. You know, but it was so late when I finally got help, and that was like for one of the fewer options that I was able to have. And then like what Saturday I felt really I felt it really ate me up, and I really felt a certain way when I had Popeyes for dinner, and like the price still costed me like almost $15. You know, when out of curiosity, I didn't get to try the pickle wings, but flavor wise, I just wanted to try them. You know, I just out of curiosity wanted to try them, but I don't even I'm not, like I tried the pickled chicken sandwiches, and they tasted to me better than Chick-fil-A, but they had a layer or a stingy amount of the pickle sauce, like a dime size amount of pickle sauce on the sandwiches, and that would buy one get one free, and I got that like maybe about a month or two ago, and I tried the pickle lemonade. It was gross. Never again. But I wanted to try the wings, and they were the best. But I don't have really any interest in trying the fried pickles. So and I was missing the Popeyes biscuits with honey, and they told me that there was only one packet of honey left. You know, I was missing I love the fresh hot Popeyes biscuits with honey, but I seldom eat mainstream fast food that much anymore, and be trying to stay away. You know, um, but like one time a few months ago, I had a buy one get one free chicken sandwich from Popeyes, and it felt like as if I was chewing bone cartilage. And I was so frustrated and so upset and wondering what the hell is wrong with these damn sandwiches. You know? But Illuminati fake fast food is and even like packaged food at the store is killing us and stuff. Um, and people in the TI community, if they find out you ate fast food, even if that's all you had to survive, they will jump down your throat and narcissistically lecture you about how you should stay away from meat and sugar, or they would say, "Oh, stop eating crap food," and this and that, whatever. But I'm glad I haven't been like overeating in general, but during regular meals, like I feel like, oh, if I had like a muffin and some fruit juice and a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit for breakfast, I feel afraid that, oh, did I have too much sugar. But like yesterday, I was trying to tell y'all that I had what did I have? I had for breakfast I had a chocolate muffin, a cranberry juice, and then later on the lady gave me $5 and I got me an everything bagel. So when the peanut butter and jelly, the pomegranate jelly from the farmer's market, when I took the top off the jelly, it fell on the floor, and I couldn't clean it off. I didn't have a way I could clean it off. So the it was like one of those small little mason jars, when you do canning. So, but it's like the peanut butter and the jelly tasted extremely good, but I didn't taste them together. So, like around lunchtime, I was extremely hungry, and thankfully, I was able to panhandle $11 more, and and then I went to Raising Cane's and got me the 3-piece tender deal, and I like that's the best lemonade right there. Really good lemonade, and I tasted the real lemons, so like that's not fake lemonade. Thank God, that's some good lemonade. And I had the cane sauce came with it, but they also have, you know, honey mustard sauce. And so I had got me, so I forgot how much the honey mustard sauce costed on the side, but not a lot. But I got me some honey mustard sauce on the side, and so I was able to have Raisin Cane's for lunch. And then I had what did I have? I had well, I had Shake Shack for dinner, and thankfully, when I had Raisin Cane's, the guy was mostly polite and everything, but a teeny little bit rude occasionally. But I'm surprised at that location. I'm surprised it was a very clean fast food restaurant. But one thing about these fast food restaurants, a lot of the times, the fast food restaurants, they don't have where I could charge my phone, and then a lot of the times you have a limit of like 30 minutes where you can eat. But at a regular restaurant, excuse me, if need be, I could charge my phone longer. Certain fast food restaurants, you can charge your phone, but a lot of them you can't. Um, but as I said, most of the time I try to stay away from fast food and just try to go to or eat food from local restaurants. And me trying to eat and charge my phone and have somewhere to use the bathroom. Excuse me. So like I was able to charge my phone yesterday morning for a few hours, and they had that homeless light a homeless white lady that talked country. I Excuse me, I don't know where she was from, and she was fussing and cursing with the air, and they kicked her out. The security guards kicked her out for being too noisy. Um, you know, like when I walked into the place, the security guard was kind of rude to me at first, but when I asked her about the coffee shop, excuse me, that's when she let her guard down and was nice and normal towards me. At first she was like had an attitude or whatever. And when I asked her about the coffee shop, she let me go to the coffee shop, and I got you know I got things that I needed. I got the chocolate muffin and the I got the chocolate muffin and the cranberry juice and the water. And sometimes they charge me for water, sometimes they don't. Just like with Raising Cane's, sometimes they charge you for water, sometimes they don't. But most fast food or regular restaurants, the water is free. Excuse me. So yeah, I was able to charge my phone, and the security guard told me, "Oh, you good, you good," So she was nice and laid back and cool, you know, and let me charge my phone because I was a customer and, went and bought something. Um, and I try to be quiet and stay away from everyone and mind my business. Um, but then afterwards, I went up to use the bathroom, and it was maybe around 11 or 12 something. I started to get hungry, and when I went outside, they said that the weather was summer scorching heat kind of weather. It got almost up to 90 degrees, but then they said heat index, or it felt like 100 degrees. So it might have been that the heat was draining me, and I was weak and hungry again around lunchtime, and was able to panhandle another like $11. But when I was live streaming yesterday morning, and fake Darnisha, kept sabotaging the live stream not once but twice. So I I went to after I went to Raising Cane's, I went to Audubon Park for a bit and sat down and took a nap. And it looked like this one guy was filming and recording me, but I wasn't sure if he was doing that or if he was legitimately on the phone. Because after he passed me, that's when he looked like he was hanging up the phone. And I'm glad I was. The only thing that was bothering me was the flies harassing me and stuff. And oh, they were harassing really bad. And I had to deal with a bunch of perps, including NOPD cops, illegally driving by me with arm hanging out the window or elbow out of the window or against the window. Like the elbow hanging out the window when they have the window down, but when they have the windows up and the air conditioner on, they have the elbow against the window or arm against the window. They did so many arm against the window and elbow against the window that it freaking psychologically drove me nuts. And I saw occasional one head like this and that, whatever. But well, I'm glad it was. I don't remember if it was like 2 or 3 something that I finally got. Oh, I think it was probably 2:45 in the afternoon that I went to Audubon Park, and I went to sit on a bench and I took a nap. I mean, it took me a while to get to fall asleep and take a nap, and I don't know if I was able to get like an hour of a nap. And thankfully, nobody bothered me. But um, like after I woke up, they had a white guy in a green shirt. He had long curly hair, and he was smoking, but um, I smelled it for a little bit, but I'm glad it wasn't too I'm glad he was a far enough distance that it wasn't too bothersome. So I might as well delete that little video or make it private or something. But I went to ride the streetcar. I mean, try to ride the streetcar. Excuse me, and I had just missed one. And then after a while, the I had to wait a very long time, and I got frustrated, and I went on the other side, and I was wondering what was going on. Why the streetcar wasn't coming or why it was taking so long. And I was trying to get to a place where I could use the bathroom before 7 o'clock. Oh, I didn't get to make it before 7. But thankfully, I was able to use the bathroom during dinner after I got the dinner. I had to hold my pee in that long. So When this homeless perp stopped directly in front of me. Why? What are you doing? Why are you standing like directly in front of me? He's a perp, y'all. Because you're standing right in front of me. Please get away. This guy's threatening me.
Stop fucking recording me.
Get away from me. Then. Why are you standing in front of me? He threatened to get his gun.
Stay right there,
Yo. I gotta get up and leave. Shut up. This guy threatening to shoot and kill me. Hold up. He's a homeless perp. You don't have a right to fucking do that to me. Hold up. Damn. Yeah, he was a perp planted there to distract my damn video. And then threatened me. You are not a thug. So, he's standing over there and made it like he was looking out at the water, like parallel in front of me. He probably doesn't even have a gun, but just wanted to try to scare somebody. I'm talking about stay right there. He was a satanic perp. And I bet you he's younger than me. Younger than 40 years old. You want to try to threaten me like you a hood gangster? You're not gangster. You're not a thug. You never grew up in the hood. So y'all have video evidence of him threatening me with a gun. Homeless perp snoring loud. I was told I wasn't supposed to, that I couldn't sleep in this park over here. All right. And he acting like he wanted to threaten me with a gun and acting like he's trying to punish somebody. You don't have any freaking authority over me. He lied and said he was looking for a friend, but he was looking dead at the river. He stood parallel in front of me, to distract my video. Oh wow, they got all these people in this park right here. I'm sitting here looking back, looking over my shoulder and trying to watch my back. You don't have a right to make a damn female feel unsafe. He probably does not have a gun. But then he's talking about, oh, why should I get my gun? And then he started to ride really, 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 really fast. He's like, oh, stay right there. When I had that altercation, it was the week of Wyatt's funeral. They had an underage perp. They had an underage black female perp that I forgot what gang stalking activity she was doing to me. And I don't remember, I don't think I was filming and recording her, but I think I told her, you know, I probably did film and record her, or I told her why you bumped into me or why you walked so close or something like that. Or I was like, look at these two perps doing this or whatever. I don't remember, but I do remember that she was an underage child, and she got smart ass and disrespectful. And then I left, and then I left to go get dinner, and then I came back, and on my way back, oh wait, I was on my way to get dinner, and she was like, wait right, me and her got into, argument, and then she's like, wait right here, like she thinks she's trying to punish me with, and it looked like she was gonna go up and get a weapon, like she was like, wait right here, like as if she was gonna go get a weapon, and like she was gonna go and get a weapon, had it in plan to go get a weapon, and she had planned to go get a weapon to come and harm me. I don't know if she was gonna, come on, stupid birds. So I don't know if she had a gun and was gonna shoot me, or if she was gonna get a knife and stab me. But for her to say, wait right here, she said, wait right here, and made it like, oh, I got something for you. Like her demeanor was like, these fucking fake ass birds, shut up. So I hate that I was forced to have to vacate the homeless sleep spot, and all I was trying to do was tell y'all about my day, and then this fake homeless perp, demonic dirty homeless perp, stand parallel in front of me, which is a perp tactic. Stand parallel in front of me, and I had to try to prepare to get out my pepper spray. But I guess pepper spray ain't got no match for a gun. People in the TI community tell me, get you a gun. But I thought I was considered too crazy to legally own a gun. But I heard that the so-called false label of mental incompetence to discredit us is also a fake opportunity to rob us of our Second Amendment gun rights. Why the hell would you threaten to kill me because you're standing in front of me, and I told you, it's making me feel uncomfortable. You're gonna take my life. I mean, what about when you walk in public? Everywhere is freaking filming and recording. I mean, I'm sorry, when you walk in like in certain buildings and stuff. What about when you walk in a grocery store or a fast food or a regular restaurant? You're being filmed and recorded. You're gonna threaten them because you wanted to threaten to kill me because you're guilty. You're guilty of gang stalking, and you hated being exposed. But these stalkers try to silence me and bully me and push me over and think that they can try to ghetto narcissistically pretend that they're fake, like they're trying to teach me a lesson. I'm like, you ain't gangster, you ain't hood. Sit the fuck down. You're not even one of us. So now I kind of lost my train of thought of lost my train of thought of what I was talking about, you know. But I hope y'all can hear me. They have these loud birds and other noise distracting. Usually it'll be kind of quiet around this time. But okay, I think I'm safe now. But he probably wasn't gonna do shit. But you know, people would have said I was a dummy if I would have stayed there and not took that threat seriously. So I'm surprised I kind of remember where I left off with talking about yesterday. Damn, I wish I was live streaming while he threatened me. I mean, because with a regular video, they could delete the video, but they can't delete a live stream like that. Or, I mean, I would have had, like, my subscribers would have and could have been eyewitnesses. They could have been eyewitnesses, you know. How the hell, I mean, as I said, shortly after I said that I had basically a good night or a good few hours and nobody to bother me, and then he was planted in front of me. And like when he was talking about, oh, let me go get my gun right quick, and then he rode the bike really, 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 really fast. And he looked like he was dirty and homeless. If you're rich enough to afford a gun, how the hell you homeless? You know, I was doing my video, and then he would just randomly out of nowhere suddenly stood parallel in front of me. And then he looked like he was looking at the river. And you know those threats with the river, with fake, even in-person stalkers have threatened to throw me in the river and all. So he stood looking at the river. He didn't act like he was searching for nobody. He just was looking at the river and staring at the river when he stood in front of me. And then y'all saw and heard everything else. You know, why you standing like smack dab in front of me? Or parallel, you know, in front of me. Excuse me. And to distract me while I'm doing a video. And I woke up, I checked my messages, and I woke up to a black guy with a fake profile on YouTube with the fake name Esoteric Leverage or something. Esoteric is a cult in New Age. And he pretended to be fake Awakened to the Truth. Excuse me. And he illegally commented a fake smart ass comment on one of my recent videos saying that oh, this the public, they can walk wherever they please. Or something. He said it typed it out in a smart ass way, rude kind of way. So, you know, I blocked and reported him for the harassment and whatever, because like, you a perp. You a perp fake defending other perps. Because why don't I have a right to walk where or stand wherever I please? All these undeserved fake arrests and being illegally swatted and everything. Why don't I have where's my right to walk wherever I please? Because if I could walk wherever I please, let me go back to the Riverwalk. Let me go back to the old Gretna Ferry. By that area. Let me go back to that house. Let me go back to all Wyndham hotels. Let me go back to this hotel, that motel. I was just pointing out in that video from May 17th, I pointed out that and one of the perps was a skank female with the fake Masonic red hair and fake long braids, and was dressed like skank with high shorts. And her and another girl and a guy, they were walking, and they strategically waited till they passed by me to light up some weed to start smoking, and it made my stomach hurt. And so I filmed and documented. This is the gang stalking tactic, since nobody believed me. So then yeah. But anyway, I had just got done talking about that, that I had like a good night or whatever. And then this bastard comes and threatened my life. And I'm like, you're going to murder me and take my life because I filmed and recorded you gang stalking me? And you think you're going to push me over and bully me and think you can try to teach me a lesson? You stand straight in front of me and tell me don't film and record you. I'm doing this for my safety and security. And I have a right to. Yeah, I have a right to fucking film and record because it's the public and it's my First Amendment right. But then people want to say, stop posting stuff on the internet, or stop filming and recording. Stop recording. Or they be like, oh, you recording me? You recording me? And they act like they're ready to fight. Because they're guilty gang stalkers. So let me try to finish telling y'all. Because let me finish telling y'all, what I went through yesterday, So, I to finish where I left off, I went to the, and I'm looking over my shoulder. I don't think he'll come over here. But I'm excuse me. So I really don't feel safe being over there, because I don't know if he's there every night. I don't know if that homeless dirty perp, if he's there every night. I'm sorry, if he homeless on the streets and be up in that area every night. And the first thing people will do is they will be like, show that to the police. The cops already ain't doing shit for the other stuff that I report. But when the stalkers illegally swat me, or the cops send 5 male police officers to rough handle and knock me to the ground and wrongfully throw me in handcuffs and have my head hit the ground, and then, they throw me in the back of the police car and wrongfully haul me off to jail for stuff that I'm not guilty of. So, yeah, that guy tried to tell a fake bullshit lie and say that he was looking for a friend. He looked like he was just staring at the river. He was guilty of something. and he planted himself precisely in front of me. I don't even know if he was gonna fake a suicide, or if he was on a suicide trip and wanting to go and or mock me about, with fake Darnisha threatening to throw me in the river and all. But in person and online perps making death threats at me. And the ones stalking and harassing and trafficking, they lie and say, y'all don't see that Candy is the problem. But the stalkers act like they think that they can take the law into their own hands. But why can't I take the law into my own hands? Or they think that they can fake bully me and try to teach me a lesson for exposing them. Or I'm the troublemaker who's starting shit, like the incident from yesterday evening. The fake security guard twisted everything around. When y'all saw, she got mad at me for calling her and trying to abuse what she think is her fake power because I called her fake. Fake security guard. And yeah, I'm gonna say it again, fake security guard. Because you ain't cool and nice. And the way she treated me for a brief moment made me feel like this will make me hate this city. Will make me feel like, oh, this will make me hate New Orleans. But no, it ain't the city, it's the damn people. Just like Los Angeles and anywhere else. So, yeah, yesterday I rode on the other side. I rode the streetcar on the other side because the buses the streetcar on the side, the direction I was going, it was not trying to come at all. And I had just missed another one. And then it was, when I got there, they said another streetcar was supposed to come in 3 minutes. Well, it never came. So I got and rode on the other side. That one was coming in 6 minutes. I rode that streetcar the opposite direction. And then I transferred to a bus and rode that bus to go downtown. And the place where I was trying to go use the bathroom, it was past 7 o'clock, so it had already closed. And so then I got on a live stream and was trying to ask for help for funds for dinner. And then y'all saw the situation that happened with those female sodomite perps and the fake security guard and all that, But then afterwards, as I said, I got the buy one, get one free. Sorry for the noise. I got the buy one, get one free burger with Uber Eats, and I did the pickup order. I picked it up myself, and then I went and charged my phone, ate, and used the bathroom, and got me some free water that comes along. They give you free water, whatever. It's self-serve free water. And then I came back, try to go back to the normal sleep spot. And the homeless perp that physically assaulted me this past Thursday, they waited until I was on my way to that bench, and then they started to walk over there. So then I went to sit in a different spot, and they had a little bit of commotion at the news so-called, what I thought was going to be the news spot. And but thankfully those guys left. And it took me a little while, and I dozed off and fell asleep. After I live streamed for a very short time, I dozed off and fell asleep. And then I woke up. It was almost 4 o'clock. I think it was 3:58 when I checked my phone, and it was almost 4 o'clock. And then I scrolled my phone and, for a little bit, And I should have disciplined myself not to, because I went over half of my gigabytes of phone data for the month, or for the payment period, because of the Wi-Fi not working at the hotel that I was at. So I call myself trying to discipline myself to ration the phone data, for the rest of the month. Because I got like 19 or 20 more days until the next pay period, and I had already used up over 25 gigabytes out of 50. And I might have to do like I did last month and buy another 10 gigabyte plan. Excuse me, I might end up needing to buy a 10 extra gigabyte plan, So the night before last, what happened was, my mind kind of drew a blank, but the homeless perps they were not planted over there. They were way further down somewhere else. And they were further down. So it seemed like last night the homeless perps waited till they saw me coming, and the chief ringleader of it all, perping with the red bag, he's like the New Orleans homeless version of Alex Dupree. Excuse me. And it's a fucking shame that you're older than me and bullying me like you're a fucking child. Something's fucking wrong with him too. And all the physical assaults at me, how does he not do that to other people? How is he not in jail or prison for physically assaulting people? But they can perform their perp activities, but then put their hands on me and physically assault me when I film, record, and document. But there was a I don't know, it was a female or male perp, and the windows were tinted, and they're illegally driving a white SUV yesterday morning after our live stream, and went to try to get breakfast. And that perp was filming and recording me with tinted windows, illegally driving by me. Why? Oh, when people film and record me, how come I don't have a right to threaten them? How come I don't have a right to put my hands on them or take their phone and break and throw it? But your average, because of my disability, all adults are stronger than me. All adults and most children are physically stronger than me. So even like, if you're 8 years old and older, you're a lot physically stronger than me, especially if you're a big 8-year-old. But if you're a small child, well, I ain't gonna try to hurt no kids, but I'm just talking about the idea of people having more physical strength than me because of my disability, because of the 2 strokes I had when I was 5 years old. So I can't really hurt nobody. I'm not out here to try to hurt nobody, But I mean, the stalkers were, fake Darnisha, fake Darnell lied on me and said that I brag about hurting kids, and y'all never saw me brag about beating up or hurting kids. I said that I was forced in Taekwondo. I was 21 years old and forced to spar and fight against 15-year-olds, and they were beating me up, fight worse than, it was, 15-year-old teenage white girls that beat me up and fight worse than a man during a Taekwondo karate. But yeah, even like a 12-year-old child, if they rough handle and wrestle me down, they got a lot more physical power and strength than me because of 2 strokes I had when I was 5 years old. My own twin sister has more physical power and strength than me. But You know, the last time there was any competition where I had the ability to beat her up too, it was before we were 18 years old. And even right before my senior year in high school, she beat me up and gave me a black eye. And a fake foster mom, Adrian Felder, forced me against my will to, you know, take graduation pictures. And if you look closely, I think it was my left eye was a black eye, and that was the only time all the beatings and abuse in my life, that was the only black eye I ever got in my life. That was the only, but I've had numerous busted lips before. But I don't remember if I had a bloody nose during somebody beating me up. I don't remember if I had a bloody nose before. I had bloody nose with other instances, but not being beat up, you know. But I've seen other people, you know, get beat up or fight or whatever and have a bloody nose, you know. But I was 17 years old, and they had a 12-year-old girl that seemed like she was half my height and fight worse than a man and beat me up and knocked me to the ground, rough handle and knocked me to the ground. Oh, she could have been 14, 12 or 14, and she was still way shorter than me. And I'm short. It looks kind of like as if I'm getting a little slimmer in the face. You know, ever since I lost that tooth. I mean, you know, since the tooth is gone. You know, so yeah, like the night yeah, so last night the homeless perp clique, some of them were planted there in advance. And then the ringleader, the one who physically assaulted me and stole the bag and everything, and perping with the red bag, they waited until they saw me coming to come plant themselves in that area. So then I went into by another spot, you know. So, but the previous night, like the night before last, the homeless perps were not in that spot, so I sat at that same spot at that same bench. But yeah, the homeless perp, the big ringleader, he act like he dominates that area, like he runs the spot, and think he got power over me. But I told him directly, you going to hell. But then he's like, oh, you going? No, you no. He's like, no, you're the one that's going to hell, or something. He said, you know. But if you don't want to be filmed and recorded, why you gang stalk me and think it's okay? Don't fucking gang stalk me. But he's definitely a freaking satanic racist perp and has called me a nigger, called me the N-word I don't know how many times before. But he used to when I first met him, he used to be nice and respectful. No problem at all. And then the altercation with that transgender sodomite that sat next to me and bullied me on the bench and was trying to antagonize and provoke me, he defended and agreed with that satanic sodomite. And then he meddled in my business and defended that thing, you know. And then me and him been having issues ever since. He meddled in the altercation when he could have just minded his business and kept walking. And he's been causing me problems ever since. I've been, you know, forced to have to sleep at that bench area or around that area since September 15th last year. After it was August 15th when I got wrongfully kicked away and banned by the Creole Queen boat in the Riverwalk. And then they had some other benches I was able to sit at for exactly a month. And then September 15th, I've been by that bench ever since. And from what I recall, they weren't over at that bench. I mean, or over at that area when I first started coming there. After some time, then they started coming there. But the stalkers were always lying, said, "Oh, I've been coming here for years." Like the fake fisherman perp, the guy who pretended that he was fake fishing, in front of me, standing in front of me, where I can't even relax and feel comfortable or safe because you're standing in front of me. You're a dude. I'm a female. It's overnight. I'm outside. I don't feel safe. I don't know what you're gonna do to me if I try to fall asleep. Or if I start to fall asleep. So like so let me think. Yeah, so the night before last, the homeless perps were walking a distance, but the ringleader perp made sure to come near me and just to show off and flaunt off that red bag, and I documented and filmed and recorded it from a little distance. But they stayed over far by the other side. But they planted themselves in advance to perp last night, and I went by a different spot, and then y'all saw me be threatened earlier in this video, and then so I as I said, if I can't go back to that area or that spot, then I don't know where else I could go. And if I gotta be on the streets, So the night before last, it was a black homeless perp with soiled, dirty clothes, and he walked close by me and brushed up against me on purpose, just like the ringleader perp with the bags that physically assaulted me. He hangs with that ringleader perp, and it was a black guy that and he hangs with him, and he did the same thing, brushed up against me on purpose. Like, you had all that fucking space over there, like you have zero reason to brush up against me while I'm sitting on a bench. But later on, he was fake sleeping, and I tried to be discreet with taking a picture of him while he was sleeping. I got his fucking face, because I couldn't get him right away, but but I filmed and recorded. He was walking too far away when I filmed and recorded, but later on I was able to get a picture of his face. And I was forced to have to sanitize my legs and clean my legs and stuff, And then they had two black male. Oh no, it was one that looked mixed race, and the other one was black. And a couple of sets of benches down, they stood on top of the bench and were making out for like a very long time and doing sexual stuff. They've been planting gang stalkers to perform sexual acts in front of me in public in the middle of the night, And they had these rude perps that refused to help me, and were very smart ass, when I try to panhandle and ask for help. So, satanic, narcissistic gang stalkers, family included, their favorite thing to tell me is, "You're the problem." They love to tell me I'm the problem. But then you can Google search where it says, "Narcissist says you're the problem." I never told anyone, "You're the problem." But they always tell me that. So, It's 5:39 right now. So here's my situation. I have accumulated enough hotel points where I can either get a discounted hotel night for $51, but I'm not banned from that particular hotel. But the situation is that the stalkers illegally find out where I'm at and keep calling and prank calling and harassing and spreading lies to the hotel. They easily find out where I'm at when I go there. But at first, at that hotel, for months they could not find me whenever I went there. Excuse me. So for months they could not find me whenever I went there. And so now they easily find me and prank call the hotel and tell a bunch of lies. So the hotel staff get mad at me, and they be like, "Those people ain't gonna call up. These people ain't gonna call up here tonight, huh?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know if they I warned y'all and let y'all know that they're stalkers illegally tracking my every move and finding out my location and prank calling places and telling lies, trying to have me wrongfully banned." And they said that that's a different people say that that's a different version of illegally swatting someone. You know, excuse me. So, but so I wish I could get a discounted night. You know, I wish I could get a discounted, have, help with the $51 to get a discounted night at that hotel. Excuse me. But I'm just not going to worry about it. But I also could use the points for a $25 gift card for a restaurant, but it'd be like electronic or digital, not well, you could get it in person, but you could get it electronically. Or if I would have raked up a certain amount of points, I don't have enough points for $50 gift card, but I do have enough points for a $25 gift card, and I could eat at, but I was trying to save my points to work up to more free hotel nights. To save those points to work up for a free hotel night. Like I recently was able to redeem a free hotel night, But because of the stalkers having me wrongfully kicked out of and banned from places, I can't get the lower points for the free or discounted hotel nights. So now I have to work harder to go to hotels that are a little more expensive to, redeem free nights. So, wow, like, I think they said it's supposed to rain Wednesday, but I don't know what time of the day it's going to rain Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, I heard that there's supposed to be a cold front for the next few days after Wednesday. Excuse me. And it's supposed to be a cold front after Wednesday. It's supposed to be a cold front after Wednesday, But the stalkers could see the beginning of this video. And excuse me, they could see the beginning of this video Well, it wasn't the deep beginning, but I think it was 25 minutes into the video of me talking. And the stalkers could see that and then gossip about how I would deserve to get hurt or deserve to get shot. Or they made it like, you mess with that poor man and this and that or whatever, you know. But no, he started with me by perping and standing precisely in front of me. And I'm doing a regular video, so I couldn't flip the camera around like when I do the live streams, you know. But I thought there was a phone that I had before where I was able to flip the camera while doing a regular video. So, but yeah. But now the stalkers will say that, you know, they would say gossip amongst each other and say that I deserve to get killed and that guy should have got his gun or that I should have stayed put and let him shoot and kill me. But if I would have threatened to shoot someone or threatened to go, oh, I'm going to get my gun, the stalkers would show the cops and have me in jail. Everybody could have all these freedom and rights, but I don't. I couldn't get away with threatening anyone, you know. So I was able to have enough phone battery juice that I was able to charge my phone fully last night. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was able to charge my phone fully last night, and then I was only able to live stream on using my phone data only for 10 minutes. And thanks to y'all who came in the live stream. I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer. So, as I said, I'm trying to save the hotel points to work. I'm eligible that I could get me a meal or two for a $25 gift card if I'm working up enough points for hotel nights. But I can't go back to that hotel, at least for a while, because of what the stalkers have been doing. But I wanted to be able to work up enough more points for a free night. So that's why I won't use the points now. So it looks like I will have to try to get on a live stream later on and try to ask for help for breakfast and try to ask for help for dinner. And I can't even get lunch. The stalkers think I deserve to be punished with no food, you know. And they try to call me greedy and fat, copying off of what my twin sister does, you know, when she's fat too. And people talk about her eating like an animal or smacking food like an animal. The whole family, they eat like that, except me. And so, well, Pete doesn't eat. When Pete eats, I'm glad he doesn't eat really that bad, you know, or smack really that bad, you know. But I mean, so I'm gonna have to ask for help for funds for food to eat, and then Wednesday I'm supposed to get the YouTube AdSense payment. It's only $163.71. I'm not getting that much, and I don't know what I could do with my hair. I don't know this is a big, huge dread right here. A huge dreadlock or super matted right here. And it's matted in the back. I could not. And then this super dry on this side. Very messed up. Like, it's hard for me to get to take care of my hair. You know, I'm trying to not have to get it cut off. I really don't want to. You know, I wanted to, but it's hard for me to get an opportunity to get to groom and comb my hair. You know, with me being in my homeless predicament. So, but, excuse me. Now, if I could have still been going to the hotel, like if I would have had it made, if I would have had that $60 motel, and I could have had 2 motel nights, plus eat good for a couple of days. But I can't do that. If I get a hotel room, excuse me, almost, I mean, since things are the way they are now, I would have to get a hotel room only able to afford one night. And almost the hotel, that one hotel night take up almost the whole YouTube paycheck. And I could get me probably something decent to eat. Either that or I would have to or I couldn't get a hotel night and have to buy more of my own supplies. Like I'm kind of running a little low on trash bags, and I need more of this and need more of that. Need more of my liquid soap. I bought a bar of soap to hold me over, but I need liquid soap of the soap that I usually get, you know. So I'm gonna end up suffering and being kind of tortured with the cold weather at overnight, you know, for the next few nights after Wednesday. But I had it in plan to bust ass and work hard with novel writing and more possible ebook publishing, despite what the perps try to say and try to sabotage and discredit me. I thought about, I had it in plan or a wish to bust ass with working hard, militantly hard with my writings, you know. But this fake perp named Marcus Rose was harassing me last night and falsely accused me of lying to my subscribers. There are many a times, look, I said that I was going to try to come on at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. By the time I got to the homeless sleep spot, it was 11:18. I could have got things out of the way sooner, but the homeless perps doing what they did, I had to go to another location and sanitize that bench, and that was what took me so long. But I made it a point to get on there, even if I could just show my face for 10 minutes and talk to y'all. And I was trying to see if I could get help with funds for breakfast too. But I guess I'll have to wait until I get to the library and wait for them to open to try to ask for help for funds for breakfast. You know, excuse me. So I don't know if I should work on novel writing this week or work on like novel writing, or should I work on more short stories this week? I could publish, there are a couple of ideas of ebooks I could publish today. I could do it today, or it might take me a couple of days. Excuse me. So, but I don't have the Amazon Kindle app, and I don't have a Kindle reader or whatever, but I still have my phone. But I think I heard that they did away with that with the Amazon Kindle or whatever. But I might have to repurchase a copy of each of my own ebooks to see where I left off at with like certain short story series and stuff, Either that or I just have to republish everything all over again, from number one. Or I've seen authors publish a book and then republish it again and add more stuff to it and sell it, So with me having inadequate sleep and inadequate meals and struggling to survive and dealing with the sleep deprivation and the gang stalking distractions and the direct energy attacks is hindering me from there's a guy perping with the red hat and smoking weed. It's hindering me from it's hindering me from making progress. Like, if I could have done a novel in 2019. And they have people who write and self-publish Amazon ebooks or whatever, and their writing quality is way more poor than mine. But certain people say it doesn't matter. It's the message that as long as you can get the message out. But my writing is considered work, and when I accomplish self-publishing an ebook, the stalkers attack me for that. So I don't know what I have planned. So yeah, yesterday I had a headache yesterday. Like, I was on the bus, and before I got off the bus to come and live stream yesterday evening, and I even was trying to tell y'all I was tired and I wasn't feeling well and I had a headache. But after I ate the burgers for dinner, I felt so much better that I forgot I even had a headache. I forgot I had a headache. So, with certain things I need to do, I may not even be able to get a hotel on Wednesday, on my own at least, So, I gotta get going. It's 5:57. Thanks for listening to me. And as I said, I might have to wait until I get to the library and try to raise funds, try to ask for help for breakfast. And it would be great if I could get breakfast and dinner at the same time, If anyone could help me with like $30, and that could help me with both breakfast and dinner today, But thanks for listening to me. I love y'all. As I said, Social Security Administration and IRS, they say that my writing is work. And they even consider my YouTube live streaming, they consider that work too.